Good morning, afternoon, and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome to today's Whips, Bits, and Chat. Before we get started today, if you're not a subscriber, why not? It's free, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button and then click the bell by the side and click all. That way, you'll be notified of every video that goes up on this channel. And also, if you could give me a thumbs up, one of them, that would be really appreciated. And don't forget, leave a comment in the comment section down below so I know you've been. Right, go on and let's go and get on with today's video. So let's jump straight in with the videos that I did manage to get out this week. I'll explain why I'm saying it like that in a little bit. The first video up was a book review. It was 150 crochet blocks by Sarah Hazel. Pretty nice book. It's gone back to the library now, but definitely worth a look at. Now, please be advised, this one has been out of print for a little while, so you may find it difficult to get your hands on your very own copy. And in that video, in the description, there is a link that says, do not buy from here. They were trying to charge something like £80 for a £10 book. But I thought I'd put that in so that the people that do check the descriptions and open it up would have a giggle, or a surprise, or a shock, depending on what mood you're in when you click that link. But yeah, definitely check your local library for this, and remember to keep an eye out on places like Facebook Marketplace and other reputable second-hand booksellers sites. Right, the next video up that I really didn't think I would be able to get out to you because I was having issues with editing software, is a Throwback Friday. Now this one is number 76. I really enjoyed watching those old videos, seeing what I was up to and what I was talking about. So if you haven't had a chance to see that one, it's not a bad one. I'm talking about at least 2 different patterns here on the channel, and of course written patterns over on Ravelry, but the free stuff's on the channel. So go and have a look at that. Both of those videos will be, of course, linked in the I button up top here. Okay, so let's talk about other stuff now. Let's go for the crochet stuff, shall we? Now, a few weeks back, I actually popped a tutorial up for a pumpkin. I was hoping I might have had a couple of photographs by now that I could show you of the pumpkins made by others. None have come in yet. Is it because it's too small? Or just you got a favourite pumpkin pattern you've already tried and that's the one you're sticking to? Either way, tell me down below so I know whether to do something similar like that again, or of course just ignore it for next time. Now I can't show you the actual pumpkin because I can't find the spare one, but I did make one. It was attached to an amigurumi, and that's also got a new home now with our cheeky Sabrina. So yeah, sort of rock hard place. I can't show you it, but I'll make sure that I put the link to that tutorial up in the I button for you. Okay, so and now let's move on to the crochet that I've made this week. Right, well, I popped to the library, I think it was Monday. Whew, thankful I did. And I came home with this book. It's Pokemon crochet. Now, I've been eyeing this up for ages and ages. Now, my daughter, the younger one, used to absolutely adore Pokemon. So I thought, do you know what? This might draw her in. This might make her say, do you know what, Mum? Make me that. I'll stick it on my shelf. No, it didn't. I came upstairs, happy as a beanpole. I was so happy. I've knocked on her door, waited for her to say come in, walked in, and gone, babe, 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 babe. And she's like, what? I said, look what I got. She went, it's a book, Mum. I said, it's Pokemon, it's crochet. And she gone, yes, Mum. I said, interested? She went, no, Mum. I said, do me a favour. She went, what? I said, pick a pattern. There was me thinking she would look. She didn't. She got the book, went la 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 la, like that, la 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 la, and just went that one, and handed me the open book. All I can say is I'm happy she went like that, because there's some dragon ones in here which I really thought she would have chosen, and they were a lot more intense. But she actually chose Meow, or whatever it's called. So she chose this one. So I thought, you know what? I'll make him. So I've plodded into this. Was it in here at this point? Or was it downstairs? Basically, I picked out my box of Aragorumi cottons that I got from Aldi quite a few years ago, that I've only made on one other item with, that I never actually got around to finishing. It's down there in the finish it up pile. And pulled out what I thought were the colours that I would need. Now, I am going to do a full book review on that book anyway, and later on next week possibly, or the week after it will come out. It depends on how quickly I can finish that Meow, as to when the book review comes out, because I want to show him complete now, don't I? Because at the moment, are you ready? He looks like this. He's got his arms, he's got his legs, he's got his head, he's got the decorative section on the top here. I've already had to make changes to this section here, because these whiskers were, what did they say I needed? I needed to chain 11 and then work slip stitch all the way down. Now, when I did that, my chain of 10 was actually shorter than this section here. And in the picture, it looked like it was going all of the way round. So I thought, nah. And I actually ended up chaining 50, working a slip stitch all the way around, and then weaving my yarn back down to then sew it between both sections, back up again, and then weave back up the other end and the other side. And that has meant that these sections here are quite moveable, and they've got some stability in them, as you can see, and they hold their shape as roughly as to how you want them to be. Whereas the original chain method, they just were so limp, they were like so yeah, I did it my way. It doesn't look too bad, and yes, I managed to sew the ears on, and they took forever because I put them on wonky. They didn't look right, so I redid the ears. I was really chuffed because they were in line with the rest of the components on the body. I'd managed to get the arms and legs in the right place for a change. Everything was going really well, and then this morning I sewed this on, and so now it's wonky. It's a bit skewiff, but once I put the eyes on, they'll be skewiff as well, and he'll match every other dodgy Aragorumi on my shelf. They're all wonky. Okay, I can never ever get it perfect. I've just come to the understanding it doesn't matter how many hundreds of Aragorumi I make, they're all going to be unique. It's the easiest way to put it. They're unique. Now, another issue I actually had with this was because I was using the Aldi Aragorumi yarn, it only has 100 grams of each colour in the box, and they're two little 50-gram balls like that. Okay, this one's a bit less than 50 grams now, but two lots of these are totaling 100 grams. Now, the pattern actually said for the head, the body and the arms, in the colour that they stated, I would only need 70 grams. I ran out. It's as simple as that. I ran out. I managed by flying by the seat of my pants to finish all of this. At one point I was like, okay, I've done the main section, which looked quite strange. Done the main head and body section. I'd done the arms and the legs. I was working on the ears, feeling like I was playing chicken, to the point where I was sitting there thinking, well, if I can't get 2 ears made up, I will have to change the pattern a bit so that I've got them. But I managed, and I had about that much left. That much. I was like, okay, just enough to sew in. Actually, it wasn't, but I had enough. Once I'd sewn all the bits that had left over, I had enough to use one of those scraps to then sew on the ears. So at least it was all sewn in and all looking nice. Then I reread the pattern, and it turned out that the hair and the whiskers, now this is actually hair, the hair and the whiskers are all meant to be done in this same colour. So I sat down this morning and I looked at it and I'm like, well, I still need hair and I still need whiskers. What can I do? I went back to the box and I pulled out some other light colours, and none of them, I didn't feel comfortable using any of them. So in my head I thought, well, he's got brown feet, he's got brown tail, so let's carry on using this to add the hair and the whiskers. I hope the whiskers work. Well, on cats, normally the whiskers are black anyway, aren't they? So why can't it work? It just means it's not going to look exactly like the picture, but then it doesn't anyway. Because he's wonky. But yeah, at least then he will be done and dusted, and hopefully I'll be able to show you him complete in that book review. And of course next week I'll just go, look, he's done. Yeah, so on to the next item. Right, okay, so Tuesday, I think it was, Tuesday or Wednesday, I of course was tackling the dining room. Now, the dining room was where I used to have all of this. Okay, so it's now been moved upstairs and I've got my own little craft room. I was a bit cheeky. If you don't know the full story, click on the link to last week's Whips, Bits and Chat, and I'll tell you all about it in there. So I'm in the dining room. I've moved the table. I've hoovered the bit that I'm working on because I've got to move the table back. So basically I've moved the table up to the wall. I've hoovered up to the table, and then I've got the carpet cleaner out. And I'd already cleaned the landing stairs here, so I'd already cleared up everything that was upstairs because I was fed up with the trip hazard that was known as our landing, our upstairs landing, because anything that wasn't to go back in the rooms had just been dumped there. And I'd said to the family, oi, get rid, move, I want it down and I want it out, and it hadn't happened. And after walking into it so many times and getting so many bruises, I was like, right, I've had enough. So I started moving the stuff downstairs. I threw an absolute giant mummy wobbly on the top of the stairs. Next thing I know, I've got daughter and husband both helping take it downstairs. So they took all the stuff downstairs and proceeded to dump it in the kitchen or the lounge, because it's got to go outside or we got to sort through it more. Hasn't been done yet. But I'd hoovered and carpet cleaned all of the upstairs landing. Oh, it looks so lovely. I'm not used to seeing it look so bare. Right, and then I've carried the stuff downstairs, started on the downstairs, and I was just finishing that one section that I needed to clean, and before taking a rest break. I think I had probably about 1 metre left to go, width-wise. So I was like, I'm really getting there, I'm really chuffed with myself, and all of a sudden my back went... I sounded like a drunken sailor. The amount of swear words that came out of my mouth turned the air blue. My daughter heard me over the top of her bedroom door being closed, being on the opposite side of the house, and having her super duper can't hear you shout dinner earphones on. She came speeding down the stairs quicker than me shouting, do you want an ice cream? Honestly. And she's at the door and she's gone, what's going on? I went, my back went. And she's gone, oh poop, I heard you. I said, good. What can I do? I tried to take advantage, gang. I really did try to take advantage. She wasn't having any of it. I tried to get her to finish the said room. No, she weren't having none of it. She sat me down with a blanket and a hot pad, made me a sandwich, gave me some painkillers, and said, please take them this time, because I don't like taking painkillers. To me, ibuprofen doesn't really do anything. It doesn't take the pain away. When my back is previously gone, I normally would need something a bit stronger than that, but that makes my brain cell shut down and I turn into a dribbling zombie. So again, I prefer not to take that. But I took the ibuprofen max dose, which shocked her and shocked my husband, because I never max dose out on it anyway, and proceeded to sit on the sofa. So of course I'd made some of this guy, but I hadn't finished it, so I carried on making as much of this guy as I could. But when it came to sewing in, my concentration levels were just not there. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I need to do something. I need to be productive. And they're going, go to sleep. No, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What can you do? I will crochet. What are you going to crochet, hun? No, I really didn't. And I looked down the side of my sofa because I could see the bag that's there. And I'm like, red it is, black it is. Arm moved down, pulled out poppy bag. I shouldn't sound so happy because I'm not. And but there you go. I sat making poppy fronts, and it was tough going because I couldn't even count to 5 at one point. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. What number did I get to? Where the spasms were kicking in. But last night, well, yesterday during the day and last night, so this is Friday, I did manage to make 20 poppy fronts. So yay me. Just got to sew in those ends and then of course sew them all together, but they're not going to go into this year's poppy count. I've already done the 400 that I planned to do. Any that I make from this point on will go into next year's, because the plan is I just make them and I just keep making them and keep making them, and at a certain date next year the legislation changes in regards to making things to sell for charities. It's a little bit skew when it comes to the Royal British Legion and the way it works for them. So I've got to double check with my trading standards, but the plan is that before that date I hand them over, and as long as I've got paperwork stating that I've handed them over before that date, they can put them on the table. And then that's it, and no more poppies. So I've got an almighty box of yarn up there that's got enough for over 1,000 poppies. How many do you think I'm going to get done? Because I really don't know. Hopefully I'll get it all used up, because I don't like red no more. So on Friday I was listening to our gorgeous Ursula's live, and I was being a little bit cheeky because she'd said she likes sewing in ends, and of course we all know 8,000 ends for the poppies. Do I really want to? No, I don't. So I said to her, if you really like them, I'll send them to you. And she said, well, go on then. She called my bluff, gang. She absolutely called my bluff. And I sat there and I was working it out, how much it would weigh, how big the package would be, and then how much it would cost me to post in and out. Because I wouldn't ask her to pay for the postage for them to come back to me. So I would have covered that as well. I realised that if I did that, it would probably cost me the same amount to actually just purchase another year's worth of yarn. So thank you ever so much for the offer, honey. The only way you're going to get to sew in them ends is if I end up coming and camping in your garden. But yeah, so if there's anybody local to me in Gloucestershire that likes sewing in ends, give me a nudge. I'll pay in cake. Right, now it is time for a prize draw. That's right, I was running a competition. How many of you spotted the eyeballs? There was on the title of Whip Spits and Chat 170. Did you spot them? And that is my little code for there is a competition within. Okay, so you always need, if you see those, always make sure that you watch the video all the way through, because you never know quite where I'm going to sneak in the competition, but it was in there. Okay, so if you want to check back, it popped up with a blue screen whilst I was talking about Sabrina's image that she'd sent me, which was the knitted spooktacular pattern. Now, she'd done an absolutely amazing job on that, and yet I did speak about it for quite a bit, although it was knitted. I like to confuse people every now and then. Now, I will be sorting out in a few moments all the names and going through the list of everybody that entered the competition. But to enter it, all you needed to do was make sure that you had the word spooktacular somewhere within your comment, because the question was, what was the name of the pattern that Sabrina used? Now, it was the spooktacular winner only pattern, and the prize today for whoever wins is either a copy of that pattern or one of the other winner only patterns. Okay, so I'll be back in a moment with the magic wheel with your names on it, and we'll see who's won. Right, so here we go. Here is all the names of all the people that left a comment with the word spectacular within their comment. So we have got Have a Go Joe, we've got Sam from Manfred Makes, we've got Sharon, we've got Jane, we've got Sabrina, we've got DB2 Hill. I know your name, but my brain is shut down. I love you, honey. I'll chat to you later on Facebook. Amigurumi Ninja, Teresa's Handmade Gifts, and Faith Cooper. So let's give your names a quick shuffle. You are now all on the board. Good luck, everybody. Now remember, you will be winning a copy of Spooktacular, unless of course you've already got it. And then check your old emails to find the list of all of the other available winner only patterns, and then tell me which one you want. Make my life a little bit easier, please. Right, so fingers crossed and good luck, everybody. Sabrina, congratulations. Now I'm going to be cheeky here because, hey, you've got a pattern. You're going to get another one. So let's spin again and see if we can get somebody who hasn't already got Spooktacular. Ready? Good luck, everybody. Oh, you're joking. No, I don't want to. I've just got to watch an ad. Don't panic. I'm cutting it out. Here we go. I just had to watch an ad. That's why there was a cut. Faith, congratulations, darling. Right, so Faith, I don't believe you've won these before. So let's pop up and I'll explain what to do. So this was the first time I tried to record the spinning wheel on the setup that I now have, which have got two screens. The first time I did it, it didn't actually show up in the saved files, so I was unable to do it. So I decided to re-record it and see who the winner was, which was why I ended up picking two. But as you eagle eyers may have noticed, when it popped up with the winner, it also said who else had been picked. So yes, there was another two people that had been picked. So I am now going to double check what those names were, and you two have also won copies of the patterns as well. So that's in total 4 winners today, whereas normally I would just hand over one pattern. There's 4 of you. So the 4 lucky winners this week are Teresa Handmade Gifts. Congratulations. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you the spin wheel for yours. Arigurumi and Ninja as well. And then Sabrina and Faith. So congratulations, all 4. That's right, you heard me, 4 winners. This back pain and meds have done you guys a turn. That's all I can say. Okay, so how do you claim your prizes? Start off by popping a message in the comment section down below. Then jump over to your email and find me over an email. My email address is in the description box down below. Once I've received that email, I will of course verify that email does belong to you by giving you a code word to pop in at the end of your comment that you'd put on this channel. Okay, that's why I ask you to do it first. All you need to do is open up the message using the edit button and then add the code word at the end. Once I see that code word, I fire you over a copy of the chosen pattern. It's really, really simple. It's just, I've had people in the past send me an email saying, oh, I'm XYZ person. They take the pattern, run off, I never see them again, and then the actual winner goes, guess what, I'm here now, where's my pattern? And I'm like, oh, I've already sent it out to a jammy toe rag who has stolen it. Thankfully that's only ever happened with patterns, and it hasn't actually happened with gifts. Phew. But yeah, so that's why I ask you to do it that way. So remember, comment first on this video, then email me, and then I'll remind you what to do in the email. But congratulations to the 4 winners this week. Now a new little item I made up last week. For me anyway, I know others are already doing it on the YouTube streets. It is to complete pick a bag. Yeah, we'll call it pick a bag. Now today I'm showing you 2 bags. I'm not showing you what's in them, just know that there is a project in each bag, okay, that need completed. One of them, I've got everything to complete it. The other one may not get finished because I may run out of the yarn that I'm using. Okay, so it may be I nearly completed project. But here are the 2 bags that you are going to get to choose from. The first one is a full bag of Magic and Sprinkles. If you could pop in the comment section down below a unicorn for choice bag A, and the other bag is, was it ready to get cozy? If you could put cat in the description box down below for your choice over which one of these. I can't hold them up for long because my back's going, hello, I'm back again. But yeah, these are the 2 projects. I'm not telling you what's in there because I don't want to sway you at all. Just pick the prettiest bag. Unicorn or cat? Unicorn or cat? Done it equally, see? Right. So if you could pop your choice in the comments section down below, that would be amazing. I will announce which bag will be getting finished. Put it over there. Which one will be getting finished next week. And fingers crossed, one of them will get completed. And we can all celebrate. Yay. One of them comes with a video, one of them doesn't. Is that going to sway your guess? I don't know. We'll see. Right, I think that's it for me for today. I need to go downstairs and eat something and take some more meds. I've been up here for far too long, at least 4 hours, doing just this video. Right, and not only that, he does need a face now, doesn't he? Right, so that is it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Can't wait to read your comments in the comment section and down below, especially which bag are you choosing, unicorn or cat? Right, as I said, that's it for me for today. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody.